Disney Speedstorm and Ranked. If you've been playing Disney Speedstorm at all lately, you probably have at least touched a little bit of Ranked. And at first glance, it seems like it's pretty promising. You usually get paired with either bots at the beginning, or your first couple games are going to be with a bunch of people that are probably new to the game, just like yourself. However, as soon as you kind of start climbing in Ranked a little bit, you notice the flaws it has very, very quickly. And today we're going to talk about those and what I think Game Off themselves can do to easily address some of these issues. So the first thing I want to do is I just let's be honest. Let's break down why people play Ranked. It's the only in-game way that you can visibly see how you can unlock stuff. There's upgrade materials, there's racer shards, you even get multiplayer coins and the premium currency this way too, which all are pretty great, and there's even a couple of cosmetics you can unlock along the way. However, when you look at these on the broad scale of what you do unlock, you barely even get enough racer shards to get past a 2-star character. And there's only like basically $5 worth of tokens in there. And the multiplayer coins, they only go so far because after a few seasons, you're going to have everything in the multiplayer boxes very quickly. If you're a veteran player, you've probably already done this, or you're really, really close to being out of items to get. The other thing is with the way NPR matchmaking works, right now you are only ranking up each character one at a time. So you're not carrying over your skill level to all your other racers according to the way the game currently matches you with new players. Now this, on the surface, doesn't seem like a big issue until you then realize that it really favors those players who are waiting to level their characters up very high, such as, you start playing with a level 35, 40 character in Ranked, and you're getting paired with people who are just brand new to the game, anywhere from level 5 to 15, and those aren't fair. They're not fun to play as for anybody. So with that said, it's really just creating these misleading incentives for people to grind Ranked to try to upgrade their characters, when really that's not the way we should look at it, at least from a player standpoint. These Ranked rewards are more so just a supplement on basically how you can quickly get those last few shards, not really your main way of doing that. And this makes it feel really unrewarding when it boils down to it. So with that said, the first thing we need to do is we need to make it feel more rewarding. So I first would say, let's create a separate reward track for each season. And this will only be for Ranked, and this is going to contain items in it as you go through, such as like universal, class, and season racer upgrades. So these would be like your energy drinks, your like class specific, say like the racer glasses for the trickster, and then whatever the collection season of that season would be. So like right now we have Aladdin because we're in season 4. So that would be like, say, the loaves of bread, the hourglasses, things like that. So those would be kind of things in there, and then you would also include more season coins at certain thresholds, season box items like the tokens themselves, and same with universal box tokens, to reward at least newer players for playing the season and seasoned players for playing in that current season too. And then we would also want this particular ranking system to have its own NPR system, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more later down the line. But it's going to work how it currently does, where you would gain and lose points in this Ranked season track. And then at the end of the season, just like we see now, you would get multiplayer coins based off of whatever your total season rank would be. And this would be in place of the current racer ranks rewards that you get at the end of the season. Now, why does that matter? Because what I propose is to make the racer NPR track just completely remove it dropping. There's no season change with it. It stays. So if you are, say, at NPR 22 with Jasmine at the end of the season, my suggestion is to basically just make it so she doesn't drop. She stays at NPR 22 for that racer, and would not be able to drop below that even by losing races. Losing races at the absolute worst would make it so you wouldn't gain points. You would still get a net 0, but your racer rank just would not drop to show that this character is an experienced racer. Now, after that, you would basically go into the matchmaking system, and I'm not going to pretend to know how GameLoft's algorithm is for their matchmaking, but what I would say is in this case, having the two separate ranked tracks would make it so you could do an algorithm for both, like an average matchmaking rank for this season rank combined with their racer rank. So if I had an unplayed racer with an NPR of 0, but I had like a season rank of say 15 or 16, then I would be bumped up to about, a higher ranked thing. I would not be considered an actual rank 0 racer for matchmaking in this case. And then likewise, if I'm a season 0 ranked racer, but I bring my rank 36 solely into the game, then obviously the game should not think that I am a rank 0 racer in this case either. So is it perfect? No, and honestly, there really isn't going to be a very perfect way without fragmenting the player base or increasing match times. And right now, like they've made it clear they don't want to do the increasing of match times for looking for the matchmaking times, that is. And so because of that, this seems like the best way without causing a whole slew of other issues. And as expected, every season there's going to be a small pain period, but that's very similar with most competitive games where there's a season reset of some sort. But all the more experienced players would get out of that very quickly, and so it would overall be pretty good, I would think, for the new players, unless everybody just decides they don't want to play the new characters at all. And well, that's a different discussion, and we're not talking about that today. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that splitting the season tracks is a good idea? Like have a dedicated season track and then leave the racer track untouched, or do you think that the general ranked rewards needs to be looked at, or do you think that just ranked as a whole should not exist? Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Take care.